Welcome to Lento English. Ready to level up your English? Here we learn through stories, slow, clear, and fun. Listen, relax, and enjoy the journey.
One introduction. The world has many countries, some are very famous. The United States of America, often called the USA, is one of them. It is known for its big cities, wide-open spaces, and many different people. On the other side of the world, in East Asia, is South Korea. It is also a very famous country, known for its fast-growing technology and exciting pop culture. These two countries are well known, but they are very different from each other. Imagine two friends. They both like music, but one likes rock and the other likes classical. They are both people, but their tastes are not the same. Countries are like this too. The USA and South Korea are both modern nations, but their ways of life can be surprising. This book will look at these interesting differences. We will explore how people live their daily lives in America and in South Korea. We will start by looking at where these countries are on a map and how big they are. This is a very clear difference. Then we will learn about the food people eat. Do they use forks or chopsticks? What kind of meals are popular for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? We will also see how people live in their homes. Do they have big houses with gardens, or do they live in tall buildings in busy cities? School is a big part of life for young people. This book will compare how students spend their days in American schools and South Korean schools. We will see if they study for long hours or if they have more time for sports and hobbies. Language is another important part of a country's culture. We will learn about the English language in the USA and the Korean language in South Korea. We will also see how people write in each country. Every country has special days and celebrations. These are called holidays. We will discover the main holidays in America, like Thanksgiving, and the main holidays in South Korea, such as Chuseok. Finally, we will explore popular entertainment. This includes movies, music, and TV shows. Both the USA and South Korea have a big influence on the world with their popular culture. By comparing these two countries, we can learn many new things. We can understand that there are many ways to live, eat, learn, and have fun. This book aims to give a clear picture of life in the USA and South Korea. It will show their unique qualities and interesting differences in a simple way. Get ready to discover two amazing countries and their fascinating cultures. 2. Location and size. The USA is a very large country. It is located on the continent of North America between two big oceans. To its east is the Atlantic Ocean, and to its west is the Pacific Ocean. On a world map, you can see how much space it covers. The USA is so big that it is divided into 50 different states. Imagine flying from one side of the USA to the other. This journey can take about 6 hours. This long flight shows how much land the country covers. Because it is so big, the USA has many different kinds of places and climates. You can find cold, snowy mountains, hot, dry deserts, large green forests, and sunny beaches. The weather can be very different from one part to another. Also, the USA has many different time zones. When it is morning on the East Coast, it is still night on the West Coast. People can drive for many days and still be inside the same country. Cities and towns are often very far apart. Many Americans need cars for travel. Now let's look at South Korea. This country is in a different part of the world. It is located in East Asia. South Korea is a peninsula. A peninsula is a piece of land that has water on three of its sides. It is connected to a larger landmass on only one side. South Korea is much smaller than the USA. The United States is about 98 times bigger than South Korea. This is a very big difference. South Korea has different provinces and large cities, not 50 states like the USA. Because it is small, you can travel from one end of South Korea to the other much faster than in the USA. For example, a fast train ride across the country might only take a few hours. Even though it is small, South Korea has many tall mountains. Many of its lands are covered by mountains. Most people live in cities in valleys or along the coasts. These cities can be very crowded. The difference in size between these two countries is very clear. The USA has vast open spaces and very long distances. Its size creates diverse landscapes and climates. South Korea, however, is compact and has many people in its cities. Its smaller size means everything is closer, making travel inside the country very efficient. Both countries have their own unique geography, but their physical size is one of their most striking differences. This difference changes daily life, like how people travel and live. 3. Food and eating. Food is a very important part of every country's culture. It shows how people live, what they grow, and how they share meals. The way people eat in the USA and South Korea offers a clear look at their different traditions and customs. Understanding these differences helps us see more about each country. In the USA, people often eat their food from one big plate. A common meal might include a main dish, like a piece of meat or pasta, and some side dishes, such as vegetables or potatoes, all together on one plate. Popular American foods are hamburgers, pizza, and sandwiches. A hamburger usually has a round piece of cooked meat inside a bread bun, often with cheese, lettuce, tomato, and special sauce. A pizza is a flat bread with tomato sauce, melted cheese, and many different toppings like meat or vegetables. Sandwiches are also very popular. They use two pieces of bread with various fillings such as sliced meat, cheese, or salad. Americans commonly use forks and knives to eat their meals. Sometimes people eat quickly, especially when they are busy or on the go, but family dinners can also be long and relaxed. South Korea has a different way of eating. Meals usually come with many small plates. These small dishes are called banchan, and they are often shared by everyone at the table. The most important parts of a Korean meal are steamed white rice and a bowl of soup. These are almost always on the table as central items. Another very famous and important food in Korea is kimchi. Kimchi is made from spicy fermented vegetables, most often cabbage. Koreans eat kimchi with almost every meal, sometimes even for breakfast. It is a staple food and very central to their diet. When eating Korean food, people use chopsticks for solid foods and a spoon for rice and soup. It is common for families and friends to share food from the many small plates, making mealtime a social and communal event. Table manners also show some differences. In America, it is usual to have your own portion on your plate. While sharing food is common in some situations, many meals are designed for one person. Using a fork and knife correctly is part of good table manners. In Korea, Sharing the side dishes is a key part of the meal. Using chopsticks skillfully to pick up food from shared plates and using a spoon for rice and soup are important. It is also polite to wait for older people to start eating first, showing respect. Both countries have rich and delicious food cultures. They show how people enjoy food in their own unique ways, from the types of dishes they eat to the tools they use at the table. These differences make eating in the USA and South Korea very interesting and unique experiences. 4. Houses and cities. When you visit the United States, you will see many houses. These houses often stand alone and have a garden or a yard around them. Many families live in these houses in areas called suburbs. Suburbs are parts of a city that are outside the main, busy center. In the suburbs, streets are wide and there is often a lot of green space. Children can play safely in their own yards. Because these houses are often far from shops or schools, most American families own one or more cars. Driving is a common way to travel every day. This lifestyle gives people a feeling of privacy and personal space. South Korea shows a very different picture for homes. If you go to big cities like Seoul, you will see many tall apartment buildings. These buildings can have 10, 20, or even more floors. Hundreds of families can live in just one building. This kind of living is very common in South Korea. These apartments are often smaller than American houses, but they are modern, clean, and well-designed. People live close to each other in these large communities. Why are homes so different in these two countries? One main reason is land. The USA is a very big country with much open land. There is a lot of space to build wide streets and many single-family houses. South Korea is a much smaller country. Also, a large part of South Korea is covered by mountains. This means there is not much flat land available for building. So to house many people, cities must build up, not out. Tall apartment buildings use the available land in the most efficient way possible, allowing many people to live in a small area. Living in tall apartment buildings in South Korea has its own benefits. These buildings are usually in busy city areas. They are often very close to shops, restaurants, and public transport like subway stations and bus stops. People can easily walk to buy food, go to a cafe, or travel to work. They do not always need a car for their daily tasks. This makes city life very convenient and saves time. Children can walk to school or play areas nearby. Many apartment complexes also have their own small parks, gyms, or community spaces for residents. So, while Americans often choose a lifestyle with private houses and cars, South Koreans often live in apartments in vibrant, dense cities. Both ways of living offer comfort and meet the needs of the people. The choice of home reflects the size of the country and how people move around. It also shows how communities are built in each nation. 5. School life. School life shows clear differences between the USA and South Korea. Education is important in both countries, and students work hard. However, the daily routine and the amount of time spent studying can be very different for students in each nation. Let us explore these different school experiences. In the USA, students typically start their school day in the morning, often around 8 o'clock. They attend school 5 days a week, from Monday to Friday. Regular school usually finishes around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. This means the school day is about 7 hours long. During these hours, students attend many different classes. They learn subjects like math, science, English, history, and art. Teachers give homework which students complete after school. Students have a lunch break in the middle of the day. Sometimes they also have short breaks between classes. A big part of American school life is after-school activities. Many students play sports such as football, basketball, or soccer. Others join clubs like debate club, drama club, or music bands. These activities are important for friendship and learning new skills. After school and activities, students often have free time to relax, spend time with family, or meet friends. American students also enjoy a long summer vacation, often lasting for 2 or 3 months. In contrast, school life in South Korea is often much longer and more focused on academic study. Korean students also start school in the morning, but their regular school day often extends much later than in the USA. Many students finish their official school classes around 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening. Inside the classroom, the lessons can be very intense. Students focus heavily on core subjects like Korean language, math, English, and science. The academic pressure can be high. For many Korean students, the school day does not end when regular classes finish. A very common part of their routine is going to private academies known as hagwons. These are extra schools where students go to study even more. They might attend hagwons for additional English lessons, advanced math, science, or to learn musical instruments or art. The goal is often to get ahead or catch up in subjects. It is normal for students to stay at hagwons until very late at night, sometimes until 10 or 11 o'clock. After hagwon, they might go home and do more homework or prepare for the next day. This long study schedule is often to prepare for difficult university entrance exams, which are extremely important for their future and career paths. The pressure to succeed academically is very high. These differing approaches to school hours and after-school commitments highlight a significant cultural difference in education. American students often have more time for activities outside of school and personal interests, allowing for a broader range of experiences. In contrast, Korean students dedicate many more hours to academic pursuits, reflecting a strong emphasis on scholastic achievement and future success. These distinct paths shape the lives of young people in both countries. 6. Language and writing. Americans use the English language. This language is spoken in many countries around the world. In the United States, English is the main language. For writing, Americans use the Roman alphabet. This alphabet has 26 letters. Each letter has a big form called a capital letter and a small form. For example, A is a capital letter and A is a small letter. These letters are used to write all the words in English. People learn to read and write using these letters from a young age. When you see a book or a newspaper in the USA, you will see text written with these familiar letters. It is the same alphabet used in many European languages. South Koreans speak the Korean language. Their writing system is very different from the Roman alphabet. It is called Hangul. Hangul is also an alphabet, but it looks very different. Some people might think Hangul looks like pictures or symbols, but it is a scientific writing system. It was created many centuries ago to be easy to learn and use. Each Hangul letter represents a sound, just like English letters. However, in Hangul, these letters are grouped together into blocks. Each block usually makes one syllable. For example, a consonant and a vowel might form a block, or a consonant, a vowel, and another consonant. This makes Korean words look different on the page compared to English words, which have letters written in a line. Hangul is known for being very logical and simple to learn. Many people can learn the basic Hangul letters in just a few hours or days. This makes reading and writing Korean accessible to many people. Another important difference between the two languages is how people show politeness. In the Korean language, there are different ways to speak depending on who you are talking to. This is called formal and informal speech. If you are talking to someone older than you, or someone in a position of authority, or even someone you don't know well, you must use formal language. This means using different verb endings and sometimes different words. It shows respect to the person you are speaking with. For example, a student would speak formally to their teacher. A young person would speak formally to an elder. However, if you are talking to close friends or family members, you can use informal language. This way of speaking is more relaxed and less strict. It is used when people are comfortable with each other and do not need to show a lot of formal respect. For example, two friends of the same age would use informal speech. In English, there are no such strict rules about formal and informal speech that change verb endings or sentence structures in the same way. English speakers show politeness by using specific polite words like please, thank you, or excuse me. They might also use a more formal tone of voice or choose more formal vocabulary in certain situations. But the basic grammar and sentence structure do not change based on the listener's age or status. This is a big difference in how language reflects social relationships in the USA compared to South Korea. Understanding these language differences helps to understand the cultures better. 7. Major holidays. Holidays are special times. People in both the USA and South Korea celebrate important days. These days bring families together. They have different traditions, foods, and activities. In the USA, two very big holidays are Thanksgiving and Christmas. Thanksgiving is in November. It is on the fourth Thursday of the month. On this day, families gather. They eat a large meal together. The main food is often a big turkey. People also eat mashed potatoes, gravy, and pumpkin pie. Many families watch American football games on TV. Some cities have big parades with large balloons. Thanksgiving is a time to be thankful for good things. Christmas is another major holiday in the USA. It is celebrated on December 25. Many people decorate their homes with lights and a Christmas tree. Families exchange gifts. Children often believe that Santa Claus brings presents. People sing special songs called carols. They bake cookies and other sweet treats. Christmas is a time for family, giving, and joy. Many people travel to be with their loved ones during this holiday. South Korea also has important holidays. Two of the biggest are Seollal and Chuseok. Seollal is the Lunar New Year. It happens early in the year, but the exact date changes. This is because it follows the lunar calendar. For Seattle, families travel to their hometowns. They wear traditional clothes called hanbok. Children and younger people bow to their elders. This act is called sebi. Elders often give special New Year's money to the children. Families eat a special rice cake soup called titiakguk. Seattle is a time for new beginnings and respecting older family members. Chuseok is another very important holiday in South Korea. It is like Thanksgiving in America. Chuseok happens in the fall, usually in September or October. It is a harvest festival. Families give thanks for a good harvest. Like Seattle, many people travel to visit their families. They honor their ancestors with a special ceremony called charai. During this ceremony, families prepare food and offer it to their ancestors. A special food for Chuseok is songpyeon. These are small, half-moon-shaped rice cakes. Families spend time together, share meals, and remember their past. Both countries have special days to celebrate. These holidays are different, but they share one main idea. They are times for families to be together. They are days for special food, traditions, and remembering important things. These celebrations help people feel connected to their culture and each other. 8. Pop culture. The United States of America and South Korea are both very famous for their entertainment. Their popular culture reaches many people around the globe. This means that movies, music, and television shows from these two countries are watched and enjoyed in many different places. People everywhere can experience parts of American and South Korean culture through entertainment. In the USA, Hollywood is a very well-known place. It is where many big movies are made. These American movies are shown in cinemas and on streaming services all over the world. People enjoy many types of American films, from exciting action movies and superhero stories to funny comedies and touching dramas. Animated movies for children also come from Hollywood and are watched by families worldwide. These films often feature famous actors and have exciting stories that appeal to a wide audience. American pop music is also very popular. Many singers and bands from the USA have songs that become global hits. These songs are played on radios and streaming services in countless countries. People often listen to American pop music for dancing, for exercise, or just for fun. Different music styles like rock, hip-hop, and country also have fans around the world. This global spread of American movies and music has been happening for many decades, making it a big part of international culture. South Korea also has a strong influence on popular culture, especially in recent years. Two very important parts of South Korean pop culture are K-pop and K-dramas. K-pop means Korean pop music. It is known for its catchy songs, colorful music videos, and amazing dance moves. K-pop artists, often called idols, train for a long time to sing and dance very well. Groups like BTS and Blackpink are very famous K-pop artists. They sing mostly in Korean, but their music is loved by fans in Asia, Europe, North America, and many other continents. These groups perform in big stadiums and have millions of followers online who connect through social media. K-dramas are Korean television shows. They are produced with high quality and often have interesting plots. Many K-dramas are romantic stories, but there are also dramas about history, fantasy, mysteries, and everyday life. K-dramas have become very popular because of their engaging storylines and good acting. Many people around the world watch K-dramas on streaming platforms. They learn about Korean culture, food, and language through these shows. The success of K-pop and K-dramas shows how South Korea's culture is now a big part of global entertainment. Both the USA and South Korea share their unique popular culture with the world, bringing joy and new experiences to people everywhere.